Shalom, friends. You're not seeing me because I'm not important right now. This is Jonathan Feldstein with the Genesis 123 Foundation. And I'm standing outside of Kibbutz Re'im in southern Israel, where on October 7th, there was a music festival here across this whole field. The tent in the distance was the bar, and there were thousands of young men and women who were here. You're seeing pictures here of those who were either killed, many raped, mutilated, kidnapped to Gaza. There are about 370 young men and women who were killed on this site, and I don't know how many were taken hostage from here, but many of them are still hostages, men and women. We're real close to the Gaza border. You can't hear it, but there's an aircraft just overhead. Maybe you can. I feel like I'm in a combination of Woodstock, where there was a music festival in 1969, and Auschwitz, where thousands of Jews were slaughtered on a daily basis. Look at their faces. All of these people were killed, were slaughtered. Since the hostages have been, the beginning of the hostages being released, though there are still many, many who were in Gaza, over 100. The horrific crimes, the sexual crimes, the rape, the sexual mutilation of women here in this very spot have become public. It's horrifying. It's astounding. It's angering. Look at these beautiful people. And I keep walking and walking, and I'm not getting all of the pictures. I feel like I have a duty to do that. And I want to share something with you that we are doing with the Genesis 123 Foundation. We're working with a nonprofit with which I'm familiar, a great nonprofit here in Israel, to help the survivors of the music festival, people who witnessed trauma, who were injured, who hid, who ran for their lives in ridiculous fear as hundreds of terrorists stormed this place October 7th. Artillery fire from not far away. We're going to be helping them, and I want to appeal to you to join us in our Israel Emergency Campaign so we can help as many as possible. I had a conversation just this week with a number of people from this organization. It's called Izun, about the unique trauma that these people suffered and the unique needs that they have and will continue to have. It wasn't something that when we started our emergency campaign that I thought we would be doing, but it's an emergency. We're at war. We need to pivot. We need to do what things that we can do, the things that are most impactful. Here's Eliakim Liebman, 24 years old. He's been kidnapped. Here, I guess we can distinguish between who's been kidnapped. Romy, 23 years old. Alexander, 32 years old. And those whose pictures we're seeing, who are those who were killed, who were murdered, who were massacred here. So I'm going to ask you to go to the genesis123.co and help us to raise as much money as we can so we can provide the counseling, we can provide the the therapies. It's going to be ongoing. It's going to be a long time. Don't know this woman's name, but her eyes are piercing. She's looking at me. She's looking at you. We have to do something in her memory, in memory of all these people. More artillery fire going out from Israel into Gaza right now. We're really that close. And that's why the terrorists were able to get in as they were and inflict the massacre that they did, because it's so close. And there have been horrific videos. Maybe you've seen them. Maybe you haven't. The things that we're hearing from the hostages who have been released. Here's Eitan, 23 years old. Rome, 19 years old. The things that we're hearing that happened to them, are happening to them, are no less horrific than what the terrorists did here on the 7th of October. Ophir, 27. You need to pray for these people. They're still in Gaza. They're suffering tremendously. Can't even think about it. And for the memory of all these beautiful people who were murdered on that day, please join us. Please join us and help so we can make a difference. We're calling it Impact with Integrity. Look at all these beautiful faces. And the ones who survived saw it happen. And they were their friends. And they were their boyfriends. And they were their girlfriends. They'll be traumatized for the rest of their life. We need to do whatever we can. Please join us.